heart seems lost, thoughts lead you astray. Then I cry, then I feel pain. Why do I suffer so much? I would love to feel your touch. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Save me before I pass out. Save me before I pass out. Before I pass out.
right. All right. It is time, everybody, for Tier 5 of MRL. Season 11 is the finale. Round 10 at the Dutch Grand Prix at the Netherlands. It's going to be a very fun track. Y'all know it already. It's Zandvoort. It's almost the best track in the world. Only second to Monza and Monaco. And y'all know what this track is. This track is absolutely wonderful. We love to see the overtaking spots of turn 1 and turn 3. I don't know if turn 3 is that much of an overtaking spot anymore, but welcome into Tier 5, everybody. It is just going to be me, DMasterOG, your commentator for tonight, and it's going to be one hell of a race. We already have our Drivers' Championship wrapped up, and we're going to get our Constructors' Champions wrapped up. Pretty sure about that. Actually, don't we have them already wrapped up? Maybe? Let me check. I'm not a full-time commentator for this tier, so I'm not too sure. We do not have it wrapped up yet. Ferrari and McLaren are in the hunt for that. If McLaren can get 42 points and no points for the Ferraris, that would be their win condition. But we're already in the qualifying session, so I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to the in-game so we can go ahead and see who we got in here. As you can see, all 19 drivers above me right here are going to be challenging for this pole position that AngryShadow is inevitably going to get. Sorry for the spoiler. AngryShadow has had one dominant season this so far, wrapping the season up, I think, 2 races early. And he's done a really good job this season to get this championship wrapped up early. Let me pull up chat because I can't see chat right now. All right. So, coming into this session, I'll go ahead and read the standings. So there's nobody out on track right now. They're just leaving the pit lane. AngryShadow on 151 points compared to Villeneuve at 98 points, who did not have a great race last season. And we are coming off of 4 races in a row where AngryShadow has won and gotten the fastest lap. So this is going to be a definite slam dunk, I think, for AngryShadow here, as he's coming out of the pit lane. The first person to come out of the pit lane is actually going to be Benzo down here. So we're going to be watching him first. Benzo has not had the greatest of seasons. He's a pretty quick driver, but not the most consistent. Starting his flying lap now. Behind him is going to be the RB of, it looks like, 2 terms. Yes, it is. So they're going to be doing their best laps first of the session. First, going to watch Benzo. Benzo getting a good run through the corner, not mounting on that curb too much. Very well decided. Going pretty deep into the corner, holding it out wide, getting a little bit of that banking, and going up over the hill into the S section. Now he's going to come back down the hill with this fast right-hander. He does get a good run through it. Uses all the track on the right-hand side, not all of it on the left, so there's a little bit of time to gain there. Uses a lot of the track. It's real close to that curb, the skateboard curb, as most people call it on this game. Just getting a good run through 11 and 12. And further in, there is a lot of running left. But he's done a pretty solid lap so far, getting close to that entry curb to the left-hander. Good exit out of the corner for him. Getting a little bit of a lockup into the last corner, but he gets a good run through it. Activates DRS early and gets a good run out of the last corner. What is the benchmark going to be? An 11.7. Not the fastest lap we've seen, but they're going to be beaten very quickly as Trump's 2 terms goes P2 for the time being. Villeneuve setting an 11.6 and already breaking that, and then 10.4 for Normbash, doing a really good lap as his first banker. Next across the line is going to be Electric Entree. What's he going to be able to do? An 11.3 with a purple last sector. Still a little bit off of Normbash, about a second off the leader. So it's going to be interesting to see where they come out into. Next across the line, looked like it was going to be the Williams. Next is going to be AngryShadow. No, actually, it was Monster Jammers who retired on track. It looks like someone else has retired on track. Is that going to be Great Ace? It does. 3 people have retired on this racetrack so far. Monster Jammers, Great Ace, and I think Mock Mage retired into the pits. Both McLarens have not set a time, and they are both out of this quali session. And as you can see there, it looks like PMW Bum's teammate Trump 2 terms, is backwards on the exit of the second to the last corner. We've got a Mercedes coming up behind him. That's going to be Electric Entree, who is not on a flying lap, thankfully.
It's a lobby restart.
Oh, it's a lobby restart. Understood. Thank you, Pat, for the information. Let's go ahead and go back to here, and we have a pause. As this lobby is being restarted, I will... All right. Why is this doing this? All right. While I got some time, I might as well do some fun stuff. Media, let's do this. Okay. I'm also going to do this one. Why not? All right. Well, that is unfortunate. Let's put some music back on while we're waiting for these guys. And, while I wait to get the invite from the rest of the group. So we'll do this. Driver standings. My driver standings. This one. And then the this one. Yes, okay. Actually, I did that completely wrong. Never mind. This is gonna be that. And then alright. This. Alright. I love when that happens. Little bit smaller. All right, and then this one. There you go. So, if I can get an invite from anybody in the lobby, that would be nice. Trouble. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Alright, now got a lot of people who need to be invited to this lobby, and we will get restarted. And you don't blame anybody for mistakes, you just call them human. I do want to co-com. I don't know if you have access. Did you get an invite? Might as well do this. See chat better. There you go. Who sent me an invite? Bill Nib sent me a friend request. I'm setting up for tier 4. I can co-com if you want. I mean, if you want to come in and co-com, yeah, I don't mind. I just don't know if I have a setup ready for you. Let me check. I think I should. B-Dunk, you're not in the... you're not in here for a good reason. You're wild. What is this? I don't think I have one with Dutchy. Welcome in.
Thank you, thank you.
So me not being prepared is all right, but let me pull this up. You got your camera on?
Hold on 1 second. I gotta close my OBS first.
That would be a good thing to do. All right, actually, we're getting into the lobby now. I'll give you an invite once we load in.
There we go. Holy moly. This is a different type of camera than I'm used to.
Yeah, that is definitely a different camera. So, Dutchy, have you seen the standings for Tier 5?
No, not at all.
AngryShadow is 60 points ahead of the next guy.
Okay, Jesus.
Yeah, so drivers have been wrapped up a while. Well, actually, we can't say that because it wasn't wrapped up until last race. But it's AngryShadow.
Yeah, no surprise there. He won in Tier 4, so that says all you need to know.
Yeah, he won in Tier 3 against me, so I'm not salty at all. Let's go straight over what the standings were looking like, if standings want to come in correctly. All right. So the calendar here, you can see we're on round 10 at Netherlands. The last 4 races have been won by AngryShadow with the fastest lap. Went from a dry race to a rain race now. Yeah, rain race! We have a rain race in Tier 5. All right.
Let's go. This is gonna be some good chaos.
I don't know about that. Let's go over the driver standings. If this thing doesn't fix itself, I'm going to fix it. All right.
Can you shoot me an invite real quick as well?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead and do that while we go over the 53-point gap from P1 to P2, being AngryShadow and Villeneuve having 98 points. As you can see there, 4 rounds in a row. Belgium, Portugal, Texas, and Singapore AngryShadow has won with the fastest lap. And that's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely insane. 6 pole positions for AngryShadow, 7 fastest laps, and 5 wins in a season. Absolutely nuts. And what's even crazier is that the Constructors' Championship isn't even done yet. It's 41 points from Ferrari to McLaren. Ferrari having 5 wins, McLaren having 2, with Welshie and Pat the Rock both picking up 1 win each, I think. Not Pat the Rock. Who was it? Don't know. Won't show up anymore. Either way, they're very close. They're gonna get I think Ferrari's gonna get the championship here. For P2, it is still a very close fight between everybody else, so it's gonna be a fight between the entire field. First person out is gonna be 2 terms starting their lap, then Villeneuve, and then Monster Jammers third across the line. So they're gonna be our first couple of candidates. Snoop Francis having come out on a lap. It looks like Welshie is starting his flying lap now as well. Dutchy, run me through how your race went, because I know you just got out of a race.
Yeah, my race went okay. I was hoping for a podium, didn't get that unfortunately, but got a P4. So
Hey man.
yeah, that's
It's
a
Ted
dec-
just
it-
retired. Hold up. I'm
Where?
sorry. Ted just retired on the straight. Oh my god! He's in the middle of the straight!
What even happened? I didn't see.
I just go onto Snoop Francis and I just see a car in the middle. No, lobby restarts do not get the same. It is still held on dynamic. Park Ferme is also not turned off, or not turned off, as in like if you change your setup, then it's fine because you didn't go into the race yet. Can we please get telemetry data up? I mean, it's my stream. I don't want to, Pete.
If you want to know anything, you ask me.
Yeah, if you want to know something, just ask Dutch. It's fine. I like the stream being nice and clean as well. She gets a 10-7 on his first flying lap. That's almost matching the 10-4 that Normbesh did on his first out flying lap in the previous session. Electric Entree having a little moment over the grass there. Snoop Francis now coming across the line. Let's see what he is going to do. Ted not used to medium traction control. Fair. Jeez, Snoop Francis putting it P2 right now, a 10th in front of Monster Jammers. Good lap from him. PMW Bum moving him down a little bit further back, going to P2. Only about half a tenth slower than Welshie here. So that's going to be a good lap from him in a couple laps time. Normbash is now on his first banker lap. I'm going to ride on board with him as he set a 10.4 last time, and he spins it coming out of the third corner, and he breaks his wing, going straight into the wall.
Yep, typical tier 5 here.
No park for me.
Oh, AngryShadow's just on a lap, and he is gonna run into some traffic. Red Bull just getting out of his way there. Let's see what the champion can do here in Sector 1, 25.3.
He's not using any ERS. He's on none.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe that was because of the Red Bull that was in his way. The Red Bull of Normbash.
Maybe it was. We've got both of your teammates starting their lap now, side by side almost. A little bit further ahead, it looks like we got PMW Bum going into the pits, and then Mock Mage coming across the line now to set a lap time. It's going to put him P4 with an 11.166. Not a bad lap from him.
No, not at all. The top two right now are in a little bit of a league of their own, with the rest of the field
Jesus
quite
Christ.
far behind. What happened to that Mercedes there?
No. AngryShadow just did an 11.4 with no battery.
Oh my god. So his actual push lap is going to be something to watch then?
Yeah, I'm currently watching it, actually. Let's see what he's going to be up on his first sector time. 1 second up.
24.1 and as his first sector split. That is amazing from AngryShadow.
Who just came across the line? It was, I think, Benzo, putting it a P4. Very respectable time. Now your teammate Cypher is going to come across. Sorry, Nathan comes across the line. It's going to put him P10. But AngryShadow is actually 2 seconds up.
He kind of reminds me of Jayton, seeing this, just being levels above the rest of the field.
What's
in
wild
terms of
is
pace.
Jayton didn't even finish the race, but
Oh.
oh my
god! Brother! An 8.8!
This is my time trial. Literally 4,000s off my time trial. What?
What are you doing in tier 5?
What? That is nuts. Nobody's beating that. There's not even a chance.
Not even a chance, no, just...
Great
Pack up
Ace
stuff
putting
and
it
go home.
P2. Great effort from him to get best of the rest. 2 seconds off. A second and a half off. That's
I mean,
nuts.
P2 is basically pole right now.
Yeah, P2 is cheap man's pole. That's nuts. Cypher, that has been on a lap. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. It's going to be a low 12. Never mind, a low 13. Not
It looked
moving
like
in
a very,
position.
very frothy lap.
Yeah. That's
As he almost spins coming out of turn 1 again.
actually crazy. Welshie looks like he's already done his lap. I think he's on another push lap. Jeez, man. That's wild. Omarmo coming across the line. He's going to set a 10-7, putting him P3 for the time being. Good lap for the Aston Martin driver. Looks like Striker came across the line, set a 13-9. Not the best lap he could have done. I can almost assure you that. Benzo coming into the pits, as well as, it looks like everyone else behind him. No, actually. Who was that? Electric Entre? Putting it P3. Good lap.
Very good lap.
Welshie putting
Well,
it P2, 3
yeah.
tenths in front of the next car. Oof. These guys are...
Normbach has just started one. He's just coming out of turn 3. Let's maybe go on board with him, see what his first sector is. 24-7. It's actually not too bad of a first sector.
I don't even want to look at the top spot. Like, it's just... It's nuts. And that's a banker. That's not even, like, the end of the quali.
Yeah, the track isn't even fully rubbered in yet. He hasn't fully gotten his eye in yet. That's just his standard
48.8.
pace.
Not bad. Second sector.
Yeah,
For
Normbach might be challenging the front row here, as it looks like. Let's see if he can hook this final sector up as well. If he can get within under a second of AngryShadow, that will be a huge lap from him. He comes across the line. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be P3, just a tenth behind Welshie. Very good lap still.
Yep, Washi just behind him. He's going to come into the pits, change those tires out, and see what he's going to be able to pull out on his final run. We still got 8 minutes left of this quali session as PMW Bum is coming across the final corner now to finish out his lap. It looks like Snoop Francis doing about the same. PMW Bum comes across the line, improves, but not his position. But Normbash does get a challenge there. Snoop Francis coming across the line P6. Normbash is very, very close to Welshie, and Great Ace isn't even too far behind. We've got little groups of people here, and it's still crazy to think about that. AngryShadow is 1.4 ahead of the next car, and everybody else is pretty close. Like, the top 10, excluding AngryShadow, is within 6 tenths.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that mid-pack battle because of that fight for second place in a constructors championship with McLaren, Red Bull, Sauber, all in that mix. And right now, it looks like McLaren is actually the best out of those three at the moment, with Welshie in second place, Normbach in third for Red Bull, and then we have a kick of Benzo Slice in 9th place. But the second driver of every team not delivering, with Ted having retired.
Mock Mage currently on a slow lap, I guess burning some more fuel. He's going to be starting his final push lap after this lap, and his teammate is currently P2, and Monster Jammer's, the Ferrari teammate, is currently P1 and P11, so there's a big change in both of those teams, and there isn't a second Red Bull, or now there isn't a second Red Bull. What happened? Oh, he crashed on the left! What? What? Now that is there. Now there's 2 people who have crashed on the main straight. I was gonna say that there wasn't a second Red Bull driver, and now there actually isn't a second Red Bull driver contending for the top 10. Villeneuve has crashed out, as well as Ted has crashed out.
Yeah, AngryShadow also ego retired into the pits, which is very fair.
Nathan,
I think.
Nathan putting it 1 second
Oh
back
my god!
from AngryShadow. First person to break
What a
into
lap.
the 9s. That's
I was about to say second, but that's not true because AngryShadow's actually in the 8th.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I just shut up and didn't correct myself, because I realized I was right. Mockmage is actually cooking half a second up on his first sector. Let's see what he's able to do on his second sector. Comes out of that corner pretty nice and smooth. Let's see. Second sector time is a 49.0, 6.5 tenths up. So that's going to put him at least P6. Let's see what he's going to be able to do in this last sector. Comes into this corner, mounts the curb. Not what you wanted to do, but he's still going to get a good run out of the corner. Is he going to be able to beat his teammate? Let's see. He comes across the line, and he goes P12. He lost a lot of time on that curb, I think. Lost 4 tenths.
Yeah. I don't know if he was pushing too hard through the final bank turn because his car didn't look to be bouncing as much as other people's cars were, because your car can be bouncing quite a lot through that final banking.
Oh my
But-
goodness. I thought 2 turns just DNF'd. I don't know how he didn't, to be honest. I just saw him go straight on at the last corner. He got on the curb, just pushed him straight into that wall. Oh, scary.
Well, yeah, a little bit of a disappointing lap there from Mark Mage.
How he
Not
alive.
Not what McLaren want if they want to secure a second in the championship. But then again, McLaren are the only two teams is the only team in that battle that have both cars in this qualifying session still. Although it would surprise me if Mark Mage can get out in time for another run. I don't think he will.
I think he's just barely out of time.
It'll be tight. Yeah, it'll be very, very tight. But
Normbash starting his final run, it looks like. Does have his ERS on. He's coming out of that corner pretty quickly. Let's see what he's going to be able to pull up with. Gets good through that corner, holds it pretty tight, doesn't get on the curb. Good run out of the corner. Good so far.
yeah, used a little bit of overtake going up this hilly
2
section.
tenths down. Not what
Didn't
he would have
really-
wanted.
No, it didn't look too bad, but maybe just not pushing hard enough, maybe saving a little bit of tires for this infield section here, right and then left, which really you need a lot of mechanical grip for, a lot of performance in the tires.
Getting a little
As
bit
he
of
gets-
traffic.
Yeah, he gets a little bit of traffic on his lap as well. Mark Mage retires in the pit, so he won't be coming out again. He's not gonna try one last time. It's gonna be P12 at a maximum for him. Normbash is trying to convert P4, and he's off, and that is it for Normbash, as he does not have the ERS to.
I think he might
try
have
and get
impeded
another
Welshie
lap.
just a little bit, but Welshie improves his time by 2 and a bit tenths. Oh,
Doesn't improve his position though. Still
It-
stays third.
Nathan WS now starting a lap behind these 2 cars, so he has traffic in front of him, and Normbash is not getting out of the way for Welshie, or not Welshie, Nathan. Welshie is also ahead of Nathan. I think that's going to be a slam dunk penalty for Normbash next season, as he definitely impeded that Haas driver. Looks like Welshie's not getting out of the way either of Nathan WS, of the Haas driver. Now he does get out of the way, but that is not in time.
Yeah, that's impeding from both of those drivers.
Yeah, unfortunate for them, but they probably won't get a penalty this season, as it is our last round. Nathan WS down on his time, not improving, and that's going to be his qualifying over. Electric Entree starting a lap, as Midnight is going to start his final lap. Very, very close. Everyone's trying to get to the line as fast as possible to get their final lap in. Striker going very deep into the corner, and he's going to basically invalidate his lap. He lost so much time out of that first corner. It's going to be very hard to gain it back. Trumps is going to be the last person to 2 turns, I mean, is going to be the last person to cross the line. Everybody else who is in the pits is already finished.
Benzo is actually gonna be the last one to finish his lap. I think he was a 10th up, coming out of the
Marmo,
first sector. He's
half a
4
second up.
tenths. Benzo is also 4 tenths up, coming into sector 3. I think he is gonna be the last person to cross the line, and he will make a big jump, as it looks right now. He's coming onto the straight, opens the DRS, goes up the gears, comes out of that banking, tries to get as much speed as possible, and comes across the line for 4/10 improvement and jumps up into P7.
There's more people on lap. Striker's on 5/10 of an improvement. Look at chat. Striker does not improve his position, does improve his time. Midnight comes into the pits, not an improvement for him. And Ornbash comes across the line, an improvement for him, but I don't think he improved his position. It's going to stay P5. Nathan WS also comes across the line, does not improve his time. I think he just barely did not improve, and that's going to be qualifying over. AngryShadow a second ahead of P2, and everybody else being in a pretty tight battle. Everyone from P2 to P looks like 12 within the same second. Really close battle.
Yeah, this is gonna be a close race. Some fast laps from everyone, especially from AngryShadow, but I'm very intrigued to see if he can do that lap after lap after lap after lap, if he has the consistency. Because it's one thing to do a very fast lap in qualifying, it's another thing to do that consistently over the course of a race. But he has shown that he can do that, so I'm actually expecting nothing different from him.
I'm just gonna say it now. That was his banker time.
Yeah, he didn't even do a second run.
Yeah, so I think he's got more than enough of the pace to do it. Is he going to be able to keep that lead is another question, but that's another question we'll answer in a minute's time.
Cat lost the first. That's definitely not happening. Oh my god.
Full
Okay.
Yes!
It might be happening. It might be happening.
How much you want to bet?
Anybody
I'm gonna say
can
this.
get first right now.
I'm gonna say this right now. AngryShadow's gonna win the race by a lap.
That's a little bit of an understatement. It might be 3 laps.
Ted
This guy
first
has
win,
faith.
let's go. Oh, it's pissing down, says Marissa. Nah, it looks like 2023 all over again. Oh my god, this is gonna be one hell of a race, Dutchy.
I am very happy I joined commentators for this.
I need a hero, says Bouncy. When do we get the boats out? They're already out. Every one of these cars is gonna be understeering like a pig. And they're all going to turn into Nicky Lauda talking to the Ferrari race engineer here in about 3 seconds. 5 red lights are on, and off they go, and away we go. Everybody on wet tires, a full rain race, and AngryShadow gets a great run. Welsh gets a great run, trying to go around the outside of Nathan WS. Welsh getting the outside run very well on Nathan WS, holds the position nearly 4 wide further back with the RBs, McLarens, and it looks like an Aston Martin. Very tight racing from these guys in the mid pack. Goes off Mercedes electric entree, goes into the wall, rejoins the track in the middle of the track. Still too wide for everybody ahead. No yellow flags are out, and everybody is alive still. Nobody looks to have gone front wing damage, but AngryShadow is 1 second ahead of Welshie, who overtook Nathan WS on that race start. Normbash in P4, Omarmo in P5, and everybody has seemed to have calmed down a little bit after that first sector madness that just happened.
Yeah, a big loser is electric entree there, going wide into turn 3 and hitting the wall. He might actually have some front wing damage, although I don't see it on his car right now. No, his front wing looks to be intact. But I think we're gonna see a whole lot more of that throughout this race, as it's absolutely bucketing down in the turn 12 here.
Mage got pushed off the track there by, it looks like PMW Bum. I can't see him. They're in the wall. I literally couldn't see them until they went into the wall. This is crazy. Both Alpines now being pushed off the racing line by the returning Red Bull and McLaren drivers. This is crazy already. Further back, Mockmage and Villeneuve trying to battle it out. What is going on around the outside? Goes Midnight. He went a little deep into the corner. Goes around the outside of Monster Jammers. What a move. Now he's putting pressure on Great Ace. He was doing that previously. Now Midnight's going around the outside, trying to take a really wide line through here. Now Monster Jammers on the inside of Midnight. Does not get the run out of the corner. What is going on here? The top 4 have pulled away.
God.
Top 3.
Oh my god, Mark Mason, Nate OG, and Cypher just almost went 3 wide through the fast uphill section. I don't know how they did it, I don't know how they didn't die, but they made it out alive.
I don't know, and I don't want to ask, as we have a move. Midnight going down the inside of Great Ace. Great Ace defending the position very well, going through that corner. Midnight still putting a lot of pressure on Great Ace's Williams. That's going to be a very interesting fight to see throughout this race. The top three have absolutely pulled away. Nathan W has 3 seconds from Welshie, 2 seconds from AngryShadow, and Omarmo 4 seconds back from the top three. AngryShadow putting in a 23-4, and we'll see soon enough who is going to be able to match that. Further back, we have a little bit of squabbling going on, nearly 3 wide for Cypher and Striker, and looks like Ted is in this mix as well. Ted doing the last to last challenge. Around the outside goes Electric Entree of PNW for P12. And he makes that move stick before turn 2. Really good move around the outside.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on the Red Bulls, the kicks, and the McLarens. It looks like the kick of Benzo Slice is getting held up quite a bit by Snoop Francis. He's trying to find a way past, not able to do it at the moment, but I can see a move coming from him very soon.
I literally cannot see when I'm not on the driver's POV. I can't see the cars in front or behind the drivers. This is torrential rain. I don't know how these guys are keeping it on track. Great Ace sliding a little bit in front of Midnight. Midnight doing a really good job to keep his car pretty planted and being able to keep that pressure on Great Ace. So they are still doing a really good job at making these corners. You can see how much they're having to slow the car down. There is no grip on this very, very wet surface. And further up the road, there is a little bit of gap forming to Omarmo and Normbash. Omarmo pulling away, Nathan being nearly 7 seconds up the road. Welshie being 2.5, nearly 3 seconds up the road from him. And AngryShadow just pulling away nice and easily, coasting it. A little bit on the grass there, not what you want to do. We learned that from Logan Sargent. We don't want to repeat that, actually. I don't know about that. This battle for P9 is absolutely crazy. These guys are putting a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I've been looking at this for a little while, and Electric Entree just got caught out by it a little bit, went wide at turn 3, but is already back on the back of Monster Jam as these guys are just checking up each other so much.
Big slides looking from Monster Jammers, just trying to hold on to the car. And you can see all of these guys all the way up to Snoop Francis are in a pack. Side by side goes Two Terms and Normbash. Two Terms going on the inside for that corner. Now the outside, and Normbash relinquishes the position and says, I would rather fight for another day than go down the inside here. That is a very smart decision from him. Two Terms now has been released to chase after Normbash, as AngryShadow putting in a 23-2. For the fastest lap so far, and I think that's only going to start getting faster and faster. Around the outside goes Midnight of Great Ace around the heavily banked corner. What a move!
In the wet, that is balls of steel for Midnight.
He just acted like it was go-karts and that nothing mattered, and it actually looks like his teammate, Electric Entree, ran into the back of Monster Jammers into the first corner, still going down the inside. Monster Jammers doing really good to defend this position. Electric Entree now going wide to get a good run out of the corner. Does he get a better run than Monster Jammers? He does, but is he able to capitalize on it? He doesn't have any room to make here, as Monster Jammers shuts the door on any inside line that he would want to take. Midnight still putting the pressure on Benzo, still putting the pressure on Snoop Francis, and a little bit further ahead is Normbash, who has kind of lost the tail of Two Terms and Omarmo up ahead. But yeah, nothing compared to 10 seconds to the next car of P3.
Yeah, and Normbash does need to get a little bit of a move on. He does need to get closer to that P2 of Welshie, which it's going to be very difficult, of course, having that 10-second gap from Omarmo to Nathan. But with a right call going from the wet condition to possibly dry conditions, if we get those, it's going to be possible.
Freddy, I want you to know that gap is because AngryShadow is leading. what a ballsy move from Benzo, giving a little bit of a tap up to Snoop Francis. Now Midnight going down the inside for turn 2, getting the double overtake done. What a ballsy move from Midnight. Claps up is right, Dutchy. What a move. Now going around the outside is Great Ace on... Oh my goodness, that would have been a really, really dumb move around the S's. Holy crap, these guys are getting ballsy. Oh, and Snoop Francis spins back into the track, and ghosting is on, but Snoop Francis is out, and it's a virtual safety car for Snoop Francis, who is retired from going into the wall. That is a very, very easy mistake to make, and I cannot blame him for that. That is a very tricky corner, but everybody makes it through. That would have been really bad. Ghosting is not supposed to be on, so whoever restarted this lobby has done it wrong, and yeah, it is off for griefing, which should not be enabled. That would have taken out some people, and that would have been chaos, and I would have loved to seen it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a very easy place to lose it, as you said, right on the exit. He got a tire on the curb. I was on board with the car behind. He got a tire up on the curb, and that just spat him straight out into the right-hand side wall, and then it just spun across the track again.
Everyone's pitting, by the way. Everybody is coming into the pits. Never mind, Great Ace stays out.
And the top three
It's a full safety.
Intus.
It's a full safety car, by the way.
Yeah, the top three went into the pits, put on the Intus.
Come on. Great Ace coming out in front of WS on the safety car line. Just barely getting it in front. Wow, what? Well, that was so close from Great Ace. Nathan just barely losing out to the Williams driver. But as you said, the top two are on inter tires. Nathan WS is on inter tires. Next car down is going to be Omarmo and 2 terms on inter tires, with Midnight joining him, and then the bottom 4 of the grid. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers still on the wet tires. Only 1 on new wet tires. Everybody else is going to be on inter tires out of the 18 drivers. Wow.
Yeah, and Red Bull opted to stay out with Villeneuve and pit Normbest for new wet. With this safety car and the slower speeds, less water will be evaporated from the track, so it might actually be wet conditions as it's still bucketing down after the safety car.
Yes, I agree, but I also think that the inter tires are almost always better than the full wets. In this game, just how the tires were coated, the inter tires are very good through almost any conditions, maybe even these. So we're going to have to see how AngryShadow's pace is going to look compared to the Williams, who's actually coming into the pits now. So that's going to lose him a bunch of positions, and everybody else is going to stay out. Now Normbash comes into the pits. He realizes it's time for interest conditions, and he's also going to switch off of those tires. Striker comes into the pits as well, and Mock Mage stays out as he had already pit. Wow. This is awesome. I love Tier 5, and I love rain races, because this is exactly why you love them. Man.
Yeah. This is indeed exactly why you love these rain races. It's a little bit of a strategy blunder there from Great Ace, I believe. He should have either stayed out on come in straight away. Staying out that extra lap really did him no good at all. He's on 1 lap pressure Intus, but that's just gonna do absolutely nothing. He's down in P14.
Yeah. Unfortunate for the Williams driver.
Yeah, he should have done what the rest of the field is doing on the wets. Just stay out, brave it out, hopefully till a possible dry period, if that even is gonna come.
Bouncy says in chat, that would have collected Great Ace and probably Electric. I agree, but you know how cool, you know how good it would have been, because I was riding on board with him as he did that, how awesome it would have been to see 3 cars pile up there and then everybody else go into him. I'm pretty sure that would have been the greatest Twitter clip of all time.
Yeah, just imagine the clip, guys. Imagine the clip.
Us content creators. I don't care if you die. Imagine the content. Safety car in this lap. Very late call from the safety car. Burt Mylander having a very big balls to say, out of the last corner, I'm going to come in. And our race leader, AngryShadow, is going... I think not his case as well. AngryShadow is going to lead us away for the safety car restart, and he has already gone, and Welshie has gotten a good start. Everybody gets a good start. It looks like Electric Entree already straight on the back of Nathan WS, and that's going to be very interesting to see how these inter tires compare to the wet tires. It looks like for now they're keeping pretty decent pace. It is just the first sector, so everyone's trying to find out their grip. Down the inside goes Midnight on two terms, now going around the outside, trying to get a better run through the corner. Does not seem to get it, and it looks like everyone is staying single file. Never mind, side by side, Norbash and Ted a little bit further back. John does work, sending me an invite. I cannot join for another 30 laps, guys. We're not gonna do this. This is not gonna work. AngryShadow is pulling away already from Welshie, from Nathan, and Electric Entree, already 1.2 back, having front wing damage. Looks like he has front wing damage, and Monster Jammers is going to be putting the pressure on. Does Electric Entree have front wing damage? I need to confirm. Yes, he does. He does not have a left end plate. So he's going to be struggling a lot. Further back, there's side by side, a little bit of contact with the RB. It looks like two terms struggling to get out of that corner. I think hit Midnight and Benzo out of that corner. Mockmage getting a position out of that. He moved in front of Benzo. AngryShadow having set the fastest lap of the race, and he's going to continue to, as Welshie's actually closing up the gap to him a little bit. And it looks like further up the road, looks like we had a battle between Villeneuve and DMasterOG trying to hold it. These wet tire runners are not doing a really solid job. They're getting pulled away from Nathan WS, Welshie, and AngryShadow.
Oh my god, Midnight!
What happened?
Oh my god, Midnight!
Oh
Midnight
my
almost.
god! Mockmage
Oh
hits!
yeah, no!
No, Benzo getting damaged, and it looks like Great Ace going around the outside of Mage. What a move from the Williams of Great Ace. Guys, that's nuts.
This back of the field is absolutely insane. I just, oh my god.
Turbs hitting into Marmo. I have to watch this race 3 more times today, guys. I'm not gonna have a voice. Midnight going down the inside, now the outside of two terms. He's gonna make it around the outside, breaks late, gives him the space, and he makes the move stick for now. Going in the inside, what a move! Now Marmo trying to get the best done, and it looks like we have a spinner. That's gonna be Benzo, spun it out of that corner, and AngryShadow puts in another fastest lap as we got mad chaos behind.
Yeah, two terms really ballsy fighting with that, as he has a little bit of front wing damage. I watched him drive into the back of someone and watched his a little bit of his front wing come off. So I think he has a little bit of damage. Benzo definitely has a little bit of damage. It looks like his left end plate is missing. Yeah, it is.
My goodness, these guys are going nuts. Marmo now on the inside of BMW Bum, who's on the wet tires, and oh my goodness, goes onto the grass a little bit, now gets passed by the other RB, Visa Cash App. Marmo losing a position, trying to make a position on the RB of Bum. Now goes down the inside and spins. Oh no! Bum is spun. Oh no, that caused damage. It looks like two. I don't even remember who it was. Now we're on the outside. Cypher going on the inside of Great Ace. What's going on?
Mockmage is so lucky right there. If that car would not have ghosted, Mockmage would be dead right now. He went straight through him.
Guys. Oh my goodness, slide for Striker, nearly giving Ted more damage. And a little bit of contact between them. Ted now holding the inside for basically last of the running field. Ted now keeping the position on Striker. Striker going down the inside, trying to hold it. What's going on here?
Midnight is on a roll right now. He's just overtaken Villeneuve in the turn 1 on the inside for P7. And is now going to be chasing down Nate OG on the wets, and I think the Inters are indeed better right now.
Oh, 100%. Now you can see the track is still a little wet, but the enters are so much faster. Electric Entree has already lost 6 seconds to the next car, and AngryShadow is doing an amazing job, being 3 seconds ahead of Welshie, being 3 seconds ahead of Nathan. So that's a total of 6 seconds ahead of P3, and 12 seconds ahead of P4. Midnight still putting the pressure on NateOG, now going down the inside, gets better traction than the Alpine driver. Now Midnight around the outside, he's gonna do it again, and he's holding the outside, gets a really good run into the corner, and makes the move stick before the apex. What a move from Midnight. Further up the road, he is running already. He's already a second in front of the wet runner of NateOG. Now Midnight is chasing Monster Jammers, who's only 2 seconds up the road. Further back, it looks like Villeneuve comes into the pits to change off of those wet tires. That is definitely the time to do so. Wow, guys. What is this race? We're not even halfway through.
Yeah, and Midnight absolutely giving a masterclass in racecraft right there. Taking those 2 positions on the inside of turn 2, I think it was when 2 cars were battling, and he just went straight on the inside, took 2 places, easy as you like, and just with the moves he's been making so far this race, you can just see he's got the racecraft. The Monster Jammers is wide, and he takes P5 as well.
Wow. Monster Jammers has lost 2 positions because of that moment. Midnight now getting an easy pass on the next car up to P5. Next car is going to be his own teammate. 2.5 seconds up the road. And then he's in P4. Now back behind the leaders. Let's see the interval to the leaders. Electric Entree is 18 seconds back from AngryShadow. Midnight only 20 seconds back from AngryShadow. Nathan WS 7 seconds, and Welshie 4 seconds back. AngryShadow is doing a really good job here. He's doing a Max Verstappen this race. Omarmo now going down the inside of NateOG. He's going to be trying to get past those wet tire runners. Now going down the inside, goes well into the corner. Now Mage actually trying to make a move on NateOG as well, holding it down the inside. Is he going to have the traction? Yes, he does. Does he make the move stick before the corner? Yes, he does. But Striker's still on the inside. I'm sorry, Striker. NateOG's on the inside. Great Ace now getting the move around the outside of turn 3. Great move from him. NateOG not having a good lap, having lost 3 positions already. Make that 4 positions, because Cypher goes down the inside, now the outside for the fast left-hander. What a ballsy move. 4 positions lost for NateOG in 1 lap. What?
Oh my god, Cypher might have to check his pants after that one, because oh my god, oh, and he's just lagged backwards, I think. He's now behind Normbest and NateOG.
Oh my goodness.
What is happening with Cypher? Cypher's really... he looks quite laggy on my end.
I don't know what's going on with him. What I do know is what's going on behind him. Ted is putting pressure on Normbash. Never mind, he just gets slid out of that corner. Normbash is really quick here. He's just not able to make the move stick. Cypher already putting pressure on NateOG one more time. He's going around the outside now. And NateOG holding the inside, burning a little bit of battery to stay ahead. Is Cypher going to have the run? No, he doesn't. He gets onto the grass and I think taps NateOG slightly. Gets slippery out of the corner and does not have the traction to put it down and get past. Looks like further up the road, Mockmage struggling for that rear end traction. Monster Jammers doing the same thing on his wet tires. These guys are scrappy and slidey. Now Cypher going down the inside again, getting all the way on the grass, trying to make a move, but that's not how you want to do it. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you joined me. I wouldn't have been able to do this alone. This is nuts, guys. I want all of the races from now on to be wet races. These guys are going absolutely insane.
It's so much fun to watch. It's horrible to drive.
Oh, I know. These guys are not having fun. I'm having fun.
I'm having a lot of fun watching this. Normbash sniffing that rear end of Cypher. And we have a yellow flag. That is Villeneuve who has spun coming out of turn
What?
10.
Cypher, you're nuts. Going around the outside of the last corner. He makes the move stick. What a move from Cypher. Now NateOG going down to the inside. He's going to make the move stick. And he's got the inside line. Really good traction from him. Cypher holding it around the outside. Still trying to make the move stick.
Behind!
No, Benzo.
Normbash!
The full safety car. It's a virtual safety car. Oh my. I'm lightheaded now. This is definitely one race to watch as Mach has left the session. Can you invite him?
Do I have him as a friend? I actually don't know.
Guys,
I do.
This is nuts. Absolutely a crazy race. This is why we love wet races, and it's not even halfway done yet. Wow.
I'll just send him 2 invites.
Wow, wow, wow. That is absolutely crazy, guys. What a race we're having. And we're going to get going green very soon, but it looks like maybe Omarmo has also left the session. If you can give him an invite. Ted gets a drive-through penalty, and we are underway again. Omarmo is still ghosted, it looks like, and Mage as well. I will try to add him.
Mage is back in. So he will be taking control of his car very shortly, I hope.
I do not have Omarmo. Electric Entree comes into the pits. Same with NateOG. He comes into the pits. Electric Entree's on medium tires. What is this? No. There's no way. I'm seeing this wrong, right? There's no way I'm seeing this. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I just cannot wait to
I'm gonna ride on board with him.
Barrier.
I'm gonna ride on board with him. He has no grip. There is no grip on this track. There is no way that this just happened. He's on medium tires. This is the Ferrari strat of the century. He's making it, or oh my goodness, I was gonna say he's making it pretty decently, but then he just doesn't have any grip in the second sector.
Everybody's leaving the session. Well, he's put onto medium.
What? What?
Guys, what are you doing?
What? Bouncy, shut up! There is not a dry line. There is not a dry line here. What is going on? Midnight takes P3. Midnight.
I'm wearing glasses. Even I can't see the dry line.
Midnight is up 11 positions. Guys. Bro. I don't have words.
I don't understand why you guys are going on slits. I've just watched Welsi lose 8/10 in one corner to Midnight.
There's no grip.
Just look at Welsi. He's just sliding, drifting the car through the whole track.
I don't agree with this call. This is absolutely bonkers. What is going on? Well, she cannot keep it on track, going wide into corners. What is this race, guys?
McLaren looked to be set to take P2 in the Constructors' Championship, but they may have thrown it away with this absolute bottle of a strategy.
Can you see if you have a Omarmo?
I don't. I have already checked.
I don't either, guys. If anyone can give him an invite, that would be awesome. By the way, I just want to say this. AngryShadow is 20 seconds ahead of Nathan. They better hope it drives very quickly. I can see the rain lightening up, but I don't think it's enough.
But it did lighten up a lot in the last lap.
I don't think it's enough still.
It's not enough. It's gonna get dry in I think about
Oh.
5, 6 laps time.
Oh my god, well, she's so nearly losing the car in this fast sector. It's so scary. I'm so confused at how they have grip. Oh my goodness, Great Ace
There
has
goes
contact
Welshie.
with Welshie, and Great Ace now takes P4. Welshie has gone down all the way down to P8. Now it's going to be P9 with Cypher going to pass him on the left-hand side. Welshie not having the tire grip to accelerate out of the corner. Two Terms is next. Womp. Womp. Now,
Hootland is also ghosted, I think.
yeah, I think he's disconnected. Yeah, it definitely is. What is going on this race? Great Ace now back up into P4. The slicks aren't the play here. It is not raining anymore, though. It stopped raining.
Yeah, but it's still way too wet for a dry tire. It's- I
Well,
will say, well, maybe now is the crossover point because
Oh,
well,
Marmo's out!
Marmo!
Oh, Marmo left the session! Oh, that wasn't his doing. He reconnected, tried to take his control of his car, and I think quit to main menu, and that disconnected his car from the race. You see it parked there on the left-hand side. That's not going to be what he would have wanted, and that's going to put him and his teammate being the two only people who've disconnected or crashed out of this lobby. Wow, guys. Wow, 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 wow.
And right now, even with
Wait,
that bottle
bum spun! What is going on? Monster Jammer's out going down the inside of Striker, gets the move done. What? Welshie now getting off track, getting passed by Villeneuve in two terms. The slick tires are not working out how they wanted to, and AngryShadow has now lapped everybody up to Electric Entree. Benzo and Mockmage swapping positions in turn 1. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't. Down the inside goes Villeneuve on two terms. AI, I think.
Yeah, that is his AI, and Villeneuve will want to make some, will want to push right now because he needs to get past Mark Mage in order for Red Bull to have any chance at getting P2 in the championship right now. Because even with that bottled strategy from Welshie, it's still enough to secure second place.
This is gonna be intense. These guys need to recover. Welshie needs to recover at least 10 seconds from this.
Oh my god, Villeneuve just had a big slide.
Saw the back end of it. Angry's already starting the T4 race by being so far ahead. That's wild.
Yeah, I'm hoping tier 4 waits, by the way, for us, because right now they don't have, they're missing one driver and a commentator.
Yeah, and we still got 12 minutes. 14 laps, like 15 minutes. And,
yeah, I'm actually gonna check if they want me and if I'm gonna have to leave you.
yeah, I think there's at least a 10-minute delay. Yeah, please, guys, that would be awesome. I'll have Dutchy leave before me, and then he can give me an invite once he's already in there. Or my teammate can give me an invite, either way. We'll see how it goes. It's fine. We've got something else to worry about. What is the strategy call? I still can't get over it. It's not dry yet. You can see how shiny the track is. There's grip, but it's not enough. It's the crossover point. 4 laps into this stint is the crossover point. And Welsh, nearly spins it out of that corner because he lost the rear end. I'm surprised he kept it on track. Ted is now putting pressure on, even though he has front wing damage. Now Ted is going to be on the inside, getting a little slidey, gets the traction down better than Welshie, even with that slide, and gets the move done. It is definitely not time. Or you can not join and let me bottle a win. I'm already going to let you do that. Don't worry. Welshie is not able to put any amount of traction down onto this racetrack right now, going off every corner. Monster Jammer is now on the back of Welshie, and not too far back is actually Monster Jammer's teammate AngryShadow, who's just passed P14 to lap them. Monster Jammer,
insane.
oh, got a move from Ted on the AI. Now Monster Jammer's on the inside of Welshie. And safety car. No, it looks like actually PMW Bum has come out of the pits on dry tires. And it looks like he might be ghosted, as Monster Jammers has already lapped BMW Bum as well as the next car ahead.
Yeah, I've just checked the tier 4 chat. It looks like we are getting a 10-minute delay.
Cool.
So I'll drop out of here in like 5 minutes to get everything set up.
Well, she is struggling. Yeah. Yeah, you can leave whenever. It's really okay. This race is settled down, so we're fine.
Okay, I'm hopping out and I'm getting a T4 ready. So I'll see everyone in tier 4.
Thank you, Dutchy, for joining me for this crazy race, and I'll see you in tier 4.
Yeah. Thank you. No worries.
Ciao. All right, back to being alone, and it looks like whatever is going on here between Welshie and looks like not Mock Mage. Welshie and BMW Bum is not helping them out at all. Electric Entree still struggling on his medium tires. Welshie getting passed by AngryShadow. Everyone up to P13 has already been lapped, and not too far ahead is P12, Normbash. I predicted that there was going to be a 1 lap advantage, and it's coming true, guys. Why is he not going back to inters? I don't know why these guys aren't going back to inters. They're just staying on these slick tires. He's about to find himself in tier fucking 2 if he's not careful. Mind my language. Jesus Christ, these guys. Well, she was second 7 laps ago, yeah. Committed to the slicks. I mean, if you're committing to the very wrong strategy, I mean, it doesn't make sense. You can actually see the track is drying up, but it's not dry yet. There's still spray kicking up. I got disconnected. Someone invite me. If someone can please invite, that would be awesome. It looks like we got a spinner of MasterOG on the main straight. He's out of the way and ghosting is on, so there is not going to be a problem here. But there is a safety car. A virtual safety car is out for the spun Alpine. That's going to help him get back underway, but that's not going to help everybody else. Looks like AngryShadow is already coming into the pits to change off of these tires. He's going on softs. AngryShadow goes onto the soft tires. Same with Normbash. And it looks like it might start being the crossover here soon. 24 seconds from Nathan WS to AngryShadow, the leader. It looks like it's still a little wet, but Nathan WS is going to come out very, very close to AngryShadow. AngryShadow now coming out of the pits, crossing that pit exit line, but not crossing it with the full tire. Shadow is nuts. Nathan WS gets a speeding penalty. Nathan WS got a speeding penalty with a drive-through, so that's gonna hurt him a lot through this next coming lap, and Nathan is gonna maybe get passed by midnight here. Softs. Unfortunate for Nathan. This could have been his chance. I bet gap to second will be 40 seconds by the end. Yeah, now it's definitely going to be 40 seconds by the end of this race. Because everybody needs to pit. I feel like AngryShadow might genuinely lap everybody up to P5. This is going to be nuts. Now people are coming into the pits. Villeneuve comes into the pits. I think he might have hit the wall there by accident. Shadow... Yeah, Shadow is definitely going slower right now. The track is still slick. It's still slippery. There you go. As you can see, he's struggling to put that power down. And he's going to be trying his best to do so. Nathan WS comes into the pits. He realizes it is time. Grade A's getting put pressure by Benzo. Benzo having a good recovery here. As AngryShadow has been relinquished to do laps alone in these conditions. Because there's no one to challenge him. It is still wet. It is 100% still very slick conditions. I don't think it's time for dries yet. And AngryShadow nearly losing it on a straight line with the soft tires. That's so scary, losing it at that corner. And it looks like he's still just losing time. Me too. Bro wants a challenge. This chat is wild. This is nuts. Y'all are crazy. Oh, man. This is spicy. Benzo putting on a lot of pressure to Grade Ace. Oh, I don't even know what to say anymore, guys. We got 9 laps left. A lot of carnage has happened. So let's talk about the Nathan dominance. I'm not talking about Nathan dominance because then he's going to lose his car and spin. I don't want to do that. Midnight putting in purple sector too. So definitely the track is getting drier and drier. Not dry enough for slick tires yet. Nathan dominance is wild because AngryShadow is out of this world. And then Nathan coming in P2 and actually Midnight coming into the pits. So he's going to start changing off of his tires. He's going to switch to slick tires. I'm pretty sure Mockmage comes into the pits as well as we see Midnight changing to the slick soft tires for the last 8 laps of this race. I feel like if you're Nathan here, you don't even pit. Because track position is so crucial at this racetrack. And now it looks like Grade Ace maybe lost it a little bit going into the 3rd turn. He's losing a lot of time to Benzo here. Something must have happened with him. Shadow has now put in a purple middle sector, and I think that means it's time for slicks. Oh yeah, he served his penalty. It's nuts. He needs to put those inters in the freezer. Nah, he needs to cook. He needs to not slide out. Welshie retires in the pits. AngryShadow doing the fastest lap of the race for the time being, as everybody is trying their best to just keep it on track. 2 terms now staying ahead, getting a little bit of lag. I don't know what's going on with 2 terms, but 2 terms is trying to stay ahead of Monster Jammers this time around. Monster Jammers on the dry tires. 2 terms letting him pass, it looks like. 2 people coming to the bins, Benzo and Nathan WS. So they have come into the pits for the slick tires. Grade Ace has stayed out on wet tires, on the inter tires. So that's going to be interesting to see. But it looks like Welshie is retired in the pit lane. Maybe he crashed out. Cypher getting a 10-second penalty for speeding into the pits. That's not going to be good for his race at the end. Everyone's coming in to switch tires to the slicks. And we've got a 10-second gap from Nathan to Grade Ace. Rip Welshie. Guys, this race has gone nuts. Absolutely crazy race so far. Nathan WS now on the chase, on the hunt for Grade Ace's position. AngryShadow putting in a very quick lap time in inter conditions. Grade Ace still holding his own on his inter tires. This is the crossover point. Inters are no longer faster. These guys are going to be burning up here soon. Electric Entree still on his medium tires from a while ago. Great Ace comes into the pits. Nathan WS is going to get relinquished in P2. Midnight going to reclaim P3 in the third step of the podium. And Mockmage looks to be coming out as well in front of Great Ace. It's going to be a tight battle, I think, coming out of the pit lane as Great Ace is coming out of the pits now. Mockmage coming around the first corner, and he comes out ahead of Great Ace. Wow, guys. Just wow. These guys are going crazy. AngryShadow is about to lap his own teammate, who is in P8 right now. AngryShadow has lapped everybody up to P9 for the time being, and he is so far ahead of P9. He's catching up to Monster Jammers very quickly, putting in fastest lap after fastest lap. 39 seconds, 40 seconds gap from P2. What a dominance. That's all I can say. Just what a dominance. Migrating hosts, that's not ideal. And it looks like I might have lagged out. PMW Bum has disconnected from the session. Uh-oh. Well, I think we all knew what was going to happen anyways. Lobby broke. I'm going to show y'all what I see, because this is actually nuts. This is what shows up on my screen right now. Yeah, everybody got booted from the lobby. I'm pretty sure the results are going to come from whatever lap 30 was, and 75% points will be given, because I don't think we can do a restart. 5-lap restart. That would be wild. Yeah, everybody has broken, and yep. That's wild. Everyone's just stopped on track. Other than... Actually, nope. Everybody stopped on track. We gotta love EA, guys. This is EA at its peak. EA at its peak. I'm going to check the rulebook to see if this meets the threshold. I don't think so. I think it has to be 30 laps. Alright, well, I'm gonna call that the end of the stream, because I gotta get going to Tier 5, or Tier 4, I mean. So, down a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all can go back into the stream and check the race results, because I can't do it. Thank you guys. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Go watch Tier 4, Tier 3, and I'll catch y'all back in Tier 2. Ciao, ciao. Never let Blood host again.